Welcome, Mortalkind, to Quest Accepted, a tabletop role-playing game run by a bunch of really cool people. Or at least we think we're cool, but we're actually nerds. But it's a great thing to be a nerd. If you're joining us tonight, thank you again for joining. This is session 3 of Shun's Prequel campaign. We are very excited for that. Our boy Matthew playing as Shun, and we have two of our fantastic guests, Snow from Missing Role Player Found. Thank you for being here, playing as Ustara, and my DM, Mike, playing as Weeksend. Thank you once again for being here. Absolutely, all the bows. The man is brilliant. Buy his books. Yeah, I'm gonna shamelessly plug that. Nobody knew you were an author until they did.
Did.
We can cut that out if you feel that uncomfortable, Mike. It's fine. Now
that you said it, it has to come true.
Yes, it does. It does.
That's how time works.
That's how it works. If you're watching this, you're probably one of our Patreon or whatever subscriber rewards things that we may have going on at the time. So thank you very much for supporting the channel, supporting the people, supporting the project. And hopefully we can entertain you further. I think that's all the business that we've got going on tonight, right?
Mm.
So without further ado, I suppose we can begin. Previously, you all came to Melkiel for one reason or another, to investigate this archaeological dig site of a recently revealed temple from an earthquake. You entered, found these odd objects that seemed to be some kind of key to something in the middle of this temple. You moved the objects around until eventually you found a place that they were slotted for, but maybe not the best place. And so you were sucked into a prison. Odd surroundings of stone and metal bars, and of interesting characters. One of the lesser gods reached out to particularly you, Weeksend, as someone who is a champion of their ideals and values, and assisted in escaping your imprisonment. Colothol Nul, for those of you who may have recognized who this god was. Upon exiting, you found a couple of elementals, a fire scarab and an ice frog facing off with an angel on very tense observation with each other. A fight broke out. You quickly dispatched the elementals, and then the angel Dalef turned on you all, and then you quickly dispatched them as well. When things calmed down, you began to explore the prison that you found yourselves in, finding a couple of sources of food and drink. You found a mess hall, and a couple of corridors, as well as an odd arcane engine in a strange room in the middle of the prison. You also met Marielle, a jade sphinx, who has asked you to help free her, and if you do so, she said that she will assist you, giving no other explanation. Weeksend, you collaborated with her, you connected with her in mending some of the shattered portions of her jade skin. With that olive branch, she saw you as a bit of an ally, made her offer, and then went back to her still statuesque self. You now find yourselves out in the courtyard of the prison. Talif revealed her Asamar wings, flew up, and in the middle of the desert, where you should be, she described a dead forest to you all of the surroundings. Beyond the forest, you saw that the structure, the suprastructure of what you guys are in, is the inside of this pyramid-like facility that the prison is found in. She flew back down into the courtyard with you all, and you all decided to continue exploring the prison to see if you could get out. As you are walking through the courtyard, presumably back into the prison, I don't know where you guys are going, you feel the earth shake once more. Everybody make a perception check. Make one for Talif.
15.
17.
12.
Excellent. 12. So, Ustara, as the shaking is happening, the ground shakes, some shingles come off of the roof, some of the stone brick falls off of the side of the stone wall of the courtyard that you're in. But amongst that, you hear a bit of yelling, and you hear a large crash that seems to come from primarily your left, back and left.
So where we're facing is down this narrow corridor, so it's behind us almost.
Almost behind you. Like you're facing northward, you hear it coming from the west. It's very brief. There's yelling that suddenly goes silent, and then a large crash.
Can I tell how far away, or at least how far I would need to go to possibly see better?
You need not go very far at all. As a matter of fact, you turn around, and behind you, about, I want to say 80 feet, 90 feet, about 130 feet. Make another perception check.
Sure. That is a 13.
13. You don't quite get all the details, but you see something winged fly up into the air. It disappears into the darkness, and then after a few seconds, you just see this crash into the side of the pyramid shape, and water start to flood in. That's what's happening.
Does anyone else see or hear that? She points in the direction of what she has just seen, indicating to the rest of the party.
Weeks End, you rolled a 16?
15.
15. You catch the tail end of it. You see the water flooding in. You hear the crash and the water flooding in.
I was looking at the ground move. Mostly.
Does it seem like the water flooding in, it's going to cause a problem? Would I be able to roll something to interpret that, or could I find understanding in that?
Are we going to get flooded?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
After I was gonna let you guys kind of talk it out a little more, but after a minute, the hole in the side of the wall reseals itself, and the water stops.
Neat.
Underwater somewhere? This is very confusing.
Was there an oasis where we are at, or a well, maybe?
There's probably a lobster in one of the cells.
Because if I'm not mistaken, we are underneath, further underneath. So there was water up above in that fountain. I do not know.
Take a look at what just happened over there. Maybe I can get a better look. So, Ustara would begin making her way over to the indicated location.
That would be this. Yeah, that's as close as you can get. But the wall is 10, 15 feet tall. And if you remember, Talif tried to fly up, and she reached a barrier just at the wall. and was forced back down onto the ground.
Okay, so this is where she flew over? Or just in general, like when she flew up, there was a barrier?
She flew up to take a look-see of your surroundings, and then like hit some magical barrier, some force field, and then was thrown back down to the ground.
Okay. Is there anything visible? I guess this, if I'm able to ping that, if all of that is just wall that I'm seeing then?
It's just
as
wall.
well?
Yeah, that's wall.
Okay, so it's just wall. How high?
10 to 15 feet.
Okay, could I attempt an acrobatics to climb or athletics?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Can't we just jump off over here? Or is that also
That's what I
10
was
to
asking. Is
15?
that a wall?
this
Yeah,
is diagonal?
this is a wall.
Gotcha. I thought
That's a 10 to 15 foot tall wall. You're in a courtyard of a prison.
Gotcha. I thought those two walls were different.
That's what I was saying. I thought it was a different wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a building, like the gray wall is a building wall, the more green dark wall is a outer wall.
Okay. Which would you prefer, acrobatics or athletics?
It's entirely up to you.
Okay. We'll go with an acrobatics. Sweet mother of pearl. 14.
14. Yeah, no problem at all. You climb up to the wall. You manage to get yourself to the top. So imagine like Ariel when she gets on the stone where she has her arms like fully straight and she can kind of lean up. So you're up on the top of the wall right now and you can see over, and I'll actually reveal a little extra over here.
We sound so majestic.
So you can see this,
My forearms are jacked, okay?
and you can see you can see this. So you can see that there is debris and like wreckage from a wall that you can't really tell. That's like, presumably it looks like kind of like the main entrance of the prison. And there's all this like debris and wreckage in front of it.
Okay.
And based on what you saw, the thing that flew out broke through this wall, like like destroyed this wall.
So something escaped?
That's
presumably.
What it sounds like.
Okay.
She'll slide down the wall back down to the ground and land, and then make her way back towards the group, keeping a lower voice, unsure of what it is that broke out. She doesn't want to alert it to their presence. So she goes back over.
You did
If
see that the
possible.
thing that broke out went out through the side of the pyramidal structure that allowed the water to flood in, and then that sealed itself. So it's gone. Like it's not present. You know that it's not present in any nearby area.
Her voice a little bit quieter because, again, she doesn't know who's here. If there really are guards or... whatever it was broke out through, I think that looks like the front entrance of sorts. I don't know what it was, though. But I couldn't get a good look.
Should we check it out from the inside?
Could, but we also know, according to what just happened, it seems to have left this place by breaking through that.
I don't get it.
Talif, when you tried to go through earlier, it forced you down, yes?
Yes, I hit some barrier when I reached a few feet above the apex of the wall, and it shunted me back down.
Do you have any idea about how strong you would need to be to probably break through that?
It hurt like a bitch. And I don't hurt easily.
I was going to say, you look very mighty. So, I'm assuming that either we are not strong enough to break through like that thing was, and we should avoid it. Or it was just lucky. If this is a prison, then I assume it will not be so easy to get out that way.
When I can't fight or bust my way out of something, my friend Lenmiel usually finds a cleverer way to bust out.
That is more my specialty. I don't know about any of you. Weeksend, do you want to try, or should we...
Try what? Yes.
Hitting the invisible wall.
Oh. I don't know if I can reach it.
That is my point, exactly. So maybe we should continue down the corridor?
I'm fine with that. We can absolutely just continue where we're going and hopefully find this Warden's shrine.
Yes, we were looking for the scales, correct?
Yeah, I think that's the answer.
Okay. Well, I am here to read, not make decisions. So,
Very strange. I thought that is exactly what you are doing, is making decisions.
You know, as the main interpreter, I do think you are kind of the one in charge of this expedition. At least to some extent. You and the smart one over here. She points to Astara.
I am known for astute observations. Not in my leading, but if I were to lead, I would keep going this way.
She claps a very heavy hand on your shoulder and goes, very well. Let's go. And she goes in the direction that you pointed. So you're going
Onward.
up this way?
That's where I would go.
Cool. You guys continue forward, make your way through the double door here, which is open, and you're back in the mess hall of the Feathers, which is this wing of the prison.
Well, shit, this is what happens when I lead.
Those two grooves in this wall, are those like a window? Is that anything meaningful?
It is a window. Go ahead and make a perception check.
What's in here? Uh-oh. I rubbed my eye too hard. I rolled a 6.
Oof.
6 is enough. The DC is not very high. You can lean in. It's a little dark, but you see a bedroom.
Hey guys, we got a nappy room.
What?
A nappy room.
What the... Ostara will take a look.
Yeah, make a perception check.
All right. 12.
12. This room is definitely a little more decorated than you would see at a prison. Seems to belong to somebody of status of some sort. There are a few stacks of books on a dresser in the upper right corner. The bed is made of some, like, it's simple, but it's nice. The blanket that's the kind of like duvet that's on top of it, that you can tell. And the footlocker looks like it's well made.
I smell treasure in this room. But beyond that,
Lollipops?
probably it could be lollipops for all I know, but it does seem like this could be a guard's room, or maybe the warden's, but I do find it strange. We have not found any guards in a prison so far. No real guards.
Don't know. I'm pretty sure that thing that almost killed us was a guard.
The angel didn't seem like a regular guard, though. It was
I don't-
more along the lines of...
An escaped prisoner.
Oh.
That
arranged.
is my assessment.
It's a prison of the mind.
Exactly. Yes. Again, what do I know? I'm here to read, not think.
Don't see any ways into that room from where we are right now. Looks like we'll have to go further in.
There were
There
many
are some doors that we
doors.
didn't check out.
Yes, precisely.
Anyone else feeling sluggish?
I'm not feeling so great, actually, now that you talk about it.
No, I feel more like a
Okay.
spider than a slug.
Go on.
Please elaborate.
Talif like raises an eyebrow at you.
Speak on this.
I'd want to go hide in the shadows away from all the light and people.
Yes. Understood.
Okay, then you take this seat over here. And it's more shadowy. I'm gonna beckon everyone around the table. And I'm gonna reach to my bandolier of skulls and I'm gonna take out 4 tiny like rodent-like skulls. And I'm gonna hand them out. One to Sean. This is John.
Hello,
One
John.
to Stara. This is Paul. One to
Hi, Paul.
Talif. This is George.
George. Yeah.
And this one's Ringo. So, here's how this works. You gotta tell me a story about something you used to love, and then you break the skull, and then you feel better.
Strange, but all right.
Trust me, it'll work.
Talif grabs one of the skulls. I used to love not knowing. She crushes it.
Okay. When it crushes, the shards kind of dissolve and seep into their skin, and they heal. Do you want me to roll the 2d8 individually, or like do individuals roll it, or just one?
Well, what are you casting?
Oh, sorry. I'm casting a prayer of healing.
Okay,
It
so
takes-
we all heal the same amount. So you heal.
Okay.
You roll.
All right, and then Talif would heal 12. Damn, that's pretty good. 15 points.
Damn, that is pretty good. She's back up to full health.
Yeah. I
So
think
everybody
probably
heals that amount?
Everyone will heal as long as they give me
As
a
long as they-
satisfactory story.
Yeah, fair enough.
I might dock some points.
You don't get all the heals.
Looks at Paul's little tiny skull. Thinks about it. A boy. And then crushes the skull.
Just a boy?
That's all you're getting from me for now.
Like
I,
family boy, or like 2 slugs sitting in a tree? SLUGGGGING. What kind of boy?
she just looks at you.
Boy
A very
toy?
old friend. Boy toy? No, a very old friend.
Oh. Any friend of yours is a friend of mine. Unless they don't want to be.
I used to love the taste of pears on the hillside where I grew up. They were so sweet. The last time I had a pear, it was bitter. And the crushes.
Same thing seeps into your skin.
My wounds.
What about you?
I take my tiny little skull. I reach out from my giant, massive bone hammer, and I like crush it, kind of like a nut, and then
Ah,
yeah. I used to play by the coast, and I would build a sandcastle, but the tide would come in, and I could never get past the hole.
you used to be by the coast.
Yes.
Did you ever go sailing?
I went floating on logs.
I would consider that a little bit of sailing.
As this week's end, what color are your eyes?
I would say they're that's a good question. What someone help me out here. What would contrast the worst with like toxic green skin?
Oh god.
The worst?
Yeah.
Trying to think of my color wheel.
Like,
Orange, maybe?
yeah, I was thinking like orange, yellow.
Okay.
Because I think it's green and purples. Like yeah.
Green and purple goes well together, so I'm
Yeah, I think it's
imagining like
orange.
blue clashes. Blue clashes really bad with green, I feel.
Okay, let's say blue. My skin's like grass and my eyes are like sky.
So the sky, the sunny, bright blue sky eyes, as you're saying, I used to sell on logs. You see those eyes kind of turn into twilight colored sky, like a dark, deep purple, like, and then back to a blue, as kind of like the magic finishes healing everybody.
One day we will build a sandcastle together and we will get past the hole.
And it can live forever.
What?
The sandcastle.
Ah,
We'll make a forever castle.
Let him have it. Let
Okay.
him have it.
Yeah.
Weekend, you are interesting. I want to know more stories about you eventually.
Is that most people when they say that are insulting me?
I mean, you no insult, my friend. I think you
I
are
like
very
you.
interesting.
I like you, Sean. How your boots?
I look to Ustara. They are well met and great. I am not uncomfortable in the slightest.
You picked up that knot tying thing real quick. You
Just
know how
very-
long it took me?
How long?
I still can't.
Turns out that
Star just
shoes.
looks down. Yeah, what kind of shoes are you wearing? She just looks down at what you're wearing.
Oh, I just have like bare feet that are calloused as bricks.
Yeah. Turns out it is very similar to another passion of mine back on boats, but yeah, I never really wore shoes.
What
So,
passion?
fishing. Being out in the open water.
What's your favorite fish?
Those little bristling
Oh, I like starfish
starfish are great.
because they remind me of stars.
You like stars.
Do you not?
It has been a long time since I've been able to appreciate them.
We gotta fix that.
When we make our forever castle, we should look at stars as well.
Talif kind of like looks at you all and just kind of like, yes, well, we will have plenty of endless time to do all of this after we get out of here. I suggest we find the scales and we get out.
Ustar,
She
are
kinda
you still feeling
stands up.
spiderish?
I think it is past. I am ready.
Okay.
She stands
let's
up.
go.
Cracks like her back, her arms, like everything just cracks as she stands up. Oh yeah, that's good. Let's go.
Interpreter, lead on.
Do I have to? Okay.
Use those boots.
These boots will walk back to remembering where we came from. Gonna basically just go up to the door up here. And try to get inside this room.
Okay. Fair enough. So that is you go to open the door
Yes.
and it opens. Inside, why, see, I don't like when I say reveal an area, reveal an area. There you go. You find an office. In this room, you see a desk. It has a number of notes strewn about it, a candle that's burning. It looks like the candles are almost halfway burned through. A door on the opposite end of the room that leads presumably to the bedroom that you all saw earlier, based on mapping. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Everybody, whoever wants to.
Why not?
18.
Six.
17.
17. So, Shun, as you're inspecting the room, everything on the table kind of looks clear, but you do find in the wall a loose brick that seems like it has some give to it.
I pull it.
You pull the brick and it reveals a secret room. The wall opens and slides over, and you find a hidden room here. As you enter, there are a number of simple weapons inside. You can find daggers, rapiers, swords, shields, simple armor. And there is one particular item on the wall, which looks like a coiled up chain that at the end of it has a handle, and at one end has a handle, and at the other end has like a spike at the end of it, almost like a dagger at the end of it. For all intents and purposes, this is a whip, a +1 whip, but it is made out of chain.
Well, that just seems egregious.
All right, guys. Who's taking the whippet?
I do not partake. I do not know if this is my style. I am not too partial to chains, as you might imagine. But it looks fancy.
We don't need to collect everything that we come across.
I thought that is why we were here.
No, we're looking for the scales. We're here because we fucked up.
Right. Again, I am not a leader or an archaeologist. I mislive.
That is fine. Ustara, Talif looks at you and as your investigation check, 17, as you're going through the notes that are here on the book or on the desk and looking through the books and looking through all of the cabinets and things like that, you find miscellaneous different kind of odds and ends and baubles and such. And you find it's not so much what you find, but what you don't find. There's plenty of notes and books on prisoners and schedules and guard like rosters and things like that. So there's plenty of names here, but it seems like there's almost like there's something missing. Like the list seems incomplete.
I can't quite place it, but something is wrong with these ledgers.
There's too many of them.
I agree. But I think it's something else as well. I'm not exactly sure though. It does indicate that there are guards with shifts on here, but again, I'm a bit dubious on the presence of actual guards. At least in this area.
Do you see Marielle's name on there?
Let me see.
With a
Do I see that?
17 investigation check, you do see her name. Yes.
Is there any other information near it, or is it just names?
It's mostly just names, and there's a number beside each name. You can try to make an investigation check or an intelligence check to see what the number could mean. If you could see if you can crack a code.
What is that? What is the number?
The number is 125D23.
Okay. I'm gonna run to Marielle. Hey, does 15D23 mean anything to you?
125D23.
Oh, I know. I'm assuming his working memory is not that great.
Gotcha. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I was clear.
No,
yeah. She kind of like turns her head a little bit towards you. No. And turns back.
What if you scramble them a bit?
She
Maybe-
slowly gets up, turns around. Favored of Colethol Codes of mortals are not of my concern. My knowledge base is far greater than that of what mortal minds are capable.
Yeah, I don't do numbers either.
I can see that.
Where?
Find the key and let me out, and I will help you.
Okay.
She turns around, lays back down.
While Week's End is investigating the numbers and code, Shun is just staring and wanting to touch, but not really touching the whip, the chain whip. He's kind of stuck in a moment.
Make an investigation or an insight check.
The same. 14.
Looks like a whip.
Was it only like weapons in that little secret room, or was there anything that looked like key-ish? Okay.
Nope. Just looks like weapons. Like simple weapons, simple armor. Nothing fancy, nothing great. It honestly kind of lackluster.
And I will proceed out.
Cool. So, Ustara, to give you a little more detail, the book that you have lists essentially the prisoners and what cell they're in for the feathers and that number code next to them. And after a few minutes of looking through this and all that, you see the feathers really accounted for, and there's elementals in there, but those are kind of designated not with proper names, but with kind of like just descriptors more or less. But
Can I take
what
the
you
book?
You can take the book with you. Yeah.
I will take the book. It's mine now.
What you notice is missing is there. You had heard. I forgot if you guys had heard about the other wing. We'll leave it at that, because I don't think you have heard of the other wing. See, but that's fine.
We have a guest star.
She's marking the microphone. It's my microphone.
She opened my door and ran out, and then I heard something. She was trying to get back in, so that's why I'm getting up all the time. I'm like,
It's okay.
It's
That's
a brat.
awesome. Well, it looks like there is nothing much in here. Let us continue back and check the other doors.
We can check the one that's right in front of us. She's gonna.
Oh yeah.
Talifa's gonna walk into the bedroom where Week's End had wandered in.
I wasn't sure if the door was open.
Yeah, a door. You can open it very easily.
Yeah.
Anything interesting in here, Week's End?
Bunch of wasted trees. I'm gonna open this footlocker.
Do it.
There are feet.
Break it.
It is locked.
Okay, I'm gonna break the lock.
Make an athletics check or an attack roll.
Let's do which one? Any preference?
Up to you.
Attack roll.
45.
Nah. 19.
19. Yeah, that'll be enough to break the lock. You grab the club, or I don't know how you're doing it.
Yeah, just a big bone smash.
Yeah,
over the
just
head, two-handed.
Smash the club. You take the club, you spring it down on the lock. But instead of just breaking the lock, it also breaks part of the chest itself, and allows for it to open. So inside, it's mostly just it looks like ceremonial clothes primarily. That's in here. There is 15 gold that you find in here. And you do also find this circular sort of medallion made out of, like, not necessarily gold, but gold-like material. And in the right light, it shimmers like a silver too. You see that it has a tree in the middle with representations of 4 of each of the elements at the north, south, east, and west parts of the coin.
Okay. I'm gonna scoop it up, and I'm gonna.
And then you also find a book, a handwritten, a book with handwritten notes in it, like somebody's notebook.
I have presents. Ustara, I got you a medallion.
Oh. Oh.
Shun,
Interesting.
Yes.
You got new boots. Do you want new clothes or a new book?
I will take a book.
Okay, here you go. And then I'm gonna walk up to Leaf and just like see if like the clothes are like appropriately sized.
She looks down at you, looks at you in the eye, looks down at the clothes, and just kind of like, I'm okay, Weeksend.
You can make it work.
She grabs it and just kind of like puts it in the satchel that she's carrying.
Oh,
Thank you.
Also, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give, I'm gonna give Shun the gold coins. Here you go.
Ah,
Happy birthday.
it is not my
you.
birthday, but thank you.
If it's not your birthday, it's your half birthday.
But you've had
Close.
one, right?
I've had birthdays, yes.
Okay, well, I'm behind.
Oh, you do not need to give me anything, Weeksend. But thank you. When we make it out of this, I will have a favor to ask of you, and that is how you can repay me for my birthdays.
Planning for the future. I tend to go one step at a time.
Fair.
So you'll have to remind me.
Of course.
Anything interesting in that?
What do I read in the book?
Make an investigation check. You cannot immediately make it out.
Investigation will be 15.
There are some words here that are recognizable, but it's almost like a word salad. It doesn't really make sense. You gather with a 15 that this is written in code.
Okay. With the fact that I know thieves can't, would this help me to decipher anything, at least in breaking a code?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Does not seem to be...
But I do recognize that it is some sort of code that needs a cipher.
Correct.
It looks like it is coded, and we will need additional information to understand it. I've heard stories about people who do this. Typically, people with a lot of secrets or dangerous knowledge. Usually,
Well,
Medallion again?
What's what?
What was on the face of that medallion again?
The medallion
I'm
has
trying
a
to see if it's like a cipher.
Yeah, the medallion has a tree in the center. And then on each of the corners, like north, south, east, and west, is a representation of each of the elements. You can go ahead and make either history or religion check.
This would probably be religion since that's what I'm supposed to be good at. 12.
12. Okay. Let me see something real quick here. This is going to go back a little bit. Luckily, I have it on my phone. Okay. With a 12. Here's what you recognize: the symbol as the symbol of the Anaran Guard of the Order of the Warden of the Plains. I'll go slow. I know it's a lot. It's the Anaran Guard.
Got it.
Wait.
Naran Guard of the Warden of the Plains.
Yes. Or Order of the Plain Wardens for short.
All right.
Yeah.
So they have
what you
no
know,
style.
this is ancient. It's an ancient ancient organization. The only reason that you know of it is because it's mentioned in passing in some other materials of your studies. This is not very common knowledge. This is like really incredibly obscure trivia. This order doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Okay. She would probably just show the pendant to Shun just to be like, does this look like this might help you with interpreting at all?
Make a straight intelligence or history or investigation check.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. You are absolutely certain this will not help you with a cipher.
Do you know what that is? It is very shiny,
It-
but it will not help. No, but
It is a
thank you.
pendant.
It is beautiful. It matches your hair.
Yes, it is a order of the Plain Wardens. I don't think they dress very well.
The Plain Wardens have... Do I know this?
With a nat 20, you know that this is an organization. So one of the many visitors that you have had the chance of interacting with throughout your lifetime, a very scholarly elf, was obsessed with this punishment organization. And he would go on endlessly about this. The Plain Wardens were a group of an organization of guards, essentially, of elemental planes pre-punishment. So there used to be many portals throughout the world that led into elemental planes that people could freely go in and out of. The Plain Wardens were the protectors of these portals. This particular one is of the higher Plain Wardens that were above the 4 elemental Plain Wardens of that organization.
Ah, that is interesting. That is something very special, and I think you should not lose it.
Right, I was thinking it could maybe be used to get out of here. Maybe it's used to unlock a gate or something, or pass by some guards we haven't run into.
Perhaps. It is usually a symbol of station, but it is very interesting that it is here. In a prison, in a footlocker, in a very well-kept room. We may want to be careful about who the owner of that was.
You're the owner now.
You are right. So I guess we will be careful of ourselves.
You can see, make a insight check for y'all. Or what is it? Does everybody have a passive insight? Y'all should have a passive insight, yeah.
I have passive
13,
insight of
11, and 13. So Weeksen and Ustara, Shun not so much, but Weeksen and Ustara, you guys notice that Talif is like, she's really focused on the pendant, and her breathing is kind of a little accelerated. For like just a moment, and then it sort of passes, and she's like, we should get back to work.
They're jealous.
I think
They
she
only
wants
got the
it.
clothes.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. She really wants this pendant.
She more looks kind of angry.
She definitely wants that pendant.
Definitely jealous.
Shall we go?
Let's go.
On to the next door.
Lead the way, Boots.
This leading thing is new. I want to go. Those 2 doors were locked. One hurt me. I don't think I checked the other.
The other one hurt Talif, I think.
Okay, yeah. Like I was gonna say, this one hurt her, this one hurt me.
When they walk out of the room that we were just in, Ustara would go to the. I'm assuming this is a door over here.
Yes, that is.
'cause we
that is
tried that earlier. That's
gate. No, you didn't try that one yet.
We didn't.
Oh, we
no,
did
I
this.
walked up there. I looked and I said, "No, I'm coming back." She just wants to test her theory about the medallion, maybe letting them pass through different areas. And like again, she doesn't know. So she walks over. pulls out the pendant, kind of like reaches over and touches against the door and tries to open it, see if anything happens.
Nothing happens with the pendant. However, the door is unlocked.
It worked.
Wow. I guess
You
that
very
was
clearly
good.
know it didn't work. That it had nothing to do with it, but the door is unlocked.
That was good for something. I stand corrected.
I don't think Weeksend knows anything clearly.
No, you don't. Ustara knows.
Gotcha.
It just goes, clearly, the best plan that I had.
Yes. Well, you open the door, so you lead the way. See how I did that?
The door is open. Do you open it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The first few seconds, as you open the door, you are suddenly
On
hit
fire.
with, like, you can almost taste this, like, metallic taste in your mouth and in your nose, and you find in front of you a dead body.
I was going to say, is it blood?
This, there is somebody that is dressed in very fine leathers with these chain sort of accoutrement across their breastplate,
Inky.
and they have these adorned manacles on their wrists and around their ankles on their boots.
They have manacles, so they were chained?
They look ceremonial in nature. They look like they have some kind of value to them. They don't look like they are functional per se. They're more like if somebody was accessorizing with manacles. That's the best thing you can gather.
It's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure all over, boys.
I haven't watched it.
Me?
And this is the bridge. On their person, aside from a very fine sword, is also a set of keys on their belt.
So, the good news, we found the bridge. The bad news, there is a dead man. Possibly the warden? Or the owner of this pendant?
Hold on, flips him over, looks just to see if there is another pendant on him.
There is a pendant, but it is a set of scales that they wear around their neck.
The scales.
The scales.
I don't want to squibble, but being dead isn't bad news. It's just news.
Talif looks at you.
Life and death, they happen. It's like waking up and going to sleep.
Agreed. There are
The
worse
dead
things
body
than
being the
dying.
bad news? But
No.
more along the lines of something might have attacked him.
I think it is a certainty that something attacked this person.
The body looks recently it's very fresh.
And this person's wearing, like, pretty heavy-duty armor-ish.
Semi heavy duty. Yeah, like the chains that are decorative on it are pretty like solid chains, but you can see that there's definitely a theme that's going on here.
You guys remember that scream?
Yes, now that you mention it. But they scream?
Can I tell what type of injury? Like bludgeoned, stabbed, bitten?
Make a medicine check.
Let's do it. I'm theoretically good at these. 16.
16. Yeah, so you can definitely tell that it looks like something ripped through his armor and through him.
So more like
A claw.
bestial animal rather than like the clean like sword or something.
Correct.
So he's, like, in pieces, almost.
He was mauled.
Yeah, his guts are eviscerated.
Interesting.
I'm just gonna place a tiny skull on his skull.
Let's just get these keys and continue.
Keys,
Agreed.
that's right.
Ustara, do you have the keys, or
Sure, a star would grab the keys then.
let us
All right.
continue?
And the scales, just in case. You never know.
All right, so you guys are gonna cross the bridge.
Should we let out the Sphinx?
That was your promise.
I'm a man of my word.
You want to borrow the keys?
I'll be right back. Marielle! Just yelling down the hall. Marielle!
She'd be like, I don't even want to get out now.
From the back. From the back of her, of like her still form, you just see her head like lean down. Yes. Weeksend. What is it?
Good news. There was a dead body, and I start trying the keys one at a time until it works.
I thought this was just news.
You go through them, and she like kind of like stands on 4 legs, turns to you as you're like checking the keys. She kind of like is holding like intense eye contact, and you look up. What did the body look like?
Dead. Like, the insides were on the outside. And that's not usually how you want them. Usually. I knew this one guy, though, who would pull his blab from his... He'd pull his guts out through his mouth. His name was Crumb.
Huh.
No, sorry, that was Oblina.
Oblina?
Oblina. She showed me her spleena.
Let's work on opening the cell, please.
You're the one that's
Yeah, you're right.
slowing me down.
You're right. My apologies, Weekson. After trying a few, you get it, and the gate opens.
All right, I'm gonna give Marielle a hug.
She accepts it, but does not return it.
Fair.
When you pull back, she puts a paw on your chest and just, when you are in need of me, I will be there. And you feel this, like, almost as if your skin was crystallizing for a second in the center of your chest, and then it relaxes once again. And then she just like starts walking past you and making her way out.
Where are you going?
I'm going out.
Okay. You know the way out?
Wait a
I will
second.
make the way out.
Okay. I gotta see this.
She starts making her way down the hall.
Make him away.
Sean!
Comes.
How do you think it is going? Has he been eaten yet?
We haven't heard any screams, so it must be pretty good.
The Sphinx said that she would help us.
Did anyone else hear a mispronunciation of my name?
I believe Weekson may be calling us.
Oh dear.
She makes it to this door,
Uh-huh.
kind of stares at it, and turns around and starts
Wow.
going up the hallway.
Okay, so maybe you don't know what you're doing.
I am a prisoner, and the prison is full of traps.
So I may not have freed you so much as expanded the size of your cell.
Perhaps but
Better than
Well-
nothing.
that is how I feel about it.
Cool.
Hmm.
Well,
Gee.
you can come with us, or unless you want, privacy. Although, I imagine you've had a lot of privacy. What do I know?
Well, I've had plenty of privacy, but I definitely would like to get out of here fast as I can. She's gonna walk through this door, squeeze herself in.
Oh, hey, look. It is the Sphinx. Oh,
Hey,
Hello, Weak
Shun!
hello, Weak Sand. Sand.
Oh, I hear it now.
It is okay.
She kind of looks around, looks at the form around you all. The pyramidal form that you all find yourselves in, and kind of like, you've not activated the scales.
No.
The what not?
She turns to you. The scales.
What? I don't know.
We are still looking for them.
You must go to the shrine of the Warden and activate the scales.
Is it this way?
You guys are
Points
yelling
down.
across the bridge.
Is it this way?
This way! Way!
It is the structure over there, and she points to the big structure that's across the way that I described as like a steeple, like a church steeple.
So it's yes is the answer?
Yes.
Yes. yes
Okay.
yes.
Weak Sand, let's go.
Let me know when you need me. And she flies off into the sky.
Oh,
Probably could have given him a ride. It's okay.
Not
thanks for the
Ominous.
heartburn.
The heartburn.
Sean,
Yes, Weak Sand.
I'm coming.
Okay, we are waiting.
That's what she said.
That was a good joke.
Was it?
Insightful and funny. Oh my god, you are so fast.
I got a limited time to live, so you gotta
Don't we all?
make it count. I'm on a timer, boy.
Your jokes are
All
so
right,
very
well.
strange.
If this is good, we can move on.
All right, I'm done.
Lead on. The two smart people.
see how it is. Put the small man and then the body. Oh, you
You come to the door. Opens effortlessly into another small room with another gate.
I see a theme here. Gates, doors.
Well, it is a prison.
I will check the door.
Door is unlocked.
I will step
And-
through.
As you come through, you see a set of cells, and everybody make a perception check real quick.
$19.
18.
Well,
Week's End. So before all of you, you see this woman in green, in like light blue, kind of like plain clothes, like peasant clothes. She immediately turns to you all. Oh, thank goodness, someone to help out. Oh, thank the gods. Week's End, you at the very, very barely, you see this sort of lingering few sparks of glow that were around her clothes, just catching the tail end of it. She's in front of a cell that seems to have this large spider-like creature with a human torso, or a humanoid torso. And she runs to you, Shun, gets close and just grabs your hands. Please, you must help me out. Please, you must help us all out.
I do not know how, but I will try.
What's the sparkles?
The sparkles?
Who are you?
My name is Barbara. She goes to you, Ustara. Are you in the room? Or are you staying out of
Zara's
this?
like, she's peeking around from like kind of, I guess she would be like behind Shun. She just peeks around.
I'll come in.
She grabs Shun's hands, presses them to her chest, and just looks at you, Ustara, and just like, the Warden is a terrible man, and he's taken us from our homes. He's a relentless dictator, and we must get out of here. We must.
Taking you from your homes.
Yes.
Does she seem genuine?
Make an insight check.
I was gonna say,
Oh boy. Yeah, that's 11.
11. Hard to tell. She seems definitely like, she has a sense of urgency to her. She seems kind of like distraught and unsure about like her situation. She's scared. That's kind of what you glean, is that there is a sense of urgency of like, I need to get the fuck out of here right now.
We are trying to get out of here as well. Do you know where the scales are?
The scales, they're through that door, but I can't open them. And she points to the gate on the other side of the room.
Okay, let
Did the
me
Warden bring you here?
Yes. Stole me from my husband and children.
The Warden is a man?
It's not a man, he's a thing. An evil bestial. And like she throws your hands down, kind of like looks at the ground in disgust and distraught. An evil bestial, relentless dictator, demanding what is right and wrong as if he has any kind of claim over morality as a whole.
Interesting. I'm gonna make my way to the door.
And I will also, through the cells and windows and such, I'll say that you guys can see that you guys can see kind of like outside into the remainder of this structure over here. As you pass the cells, you find a couple of weird monstrosity looking things. You see this sort of like combination between imagine like a burrowing lobster sort of creature with large like claws. You see a smaller purple creature with red also claws, and he's got mushroom people in the corner of the cell. And then, as I mentioned, the spider creature.
Hey,
What
Barb.
is this thing?
That's the lobster, earth lobster.
Okay, I thought that.
And then this is like a almost like a shrimp or prawn looking thing.
Aww.
Yeah. As you're passing by the big lobster here, he's like, "Hey, you got the keys to the cell." He sees the jingling keys on your belt. Why don't you let us out, eh?
I do not know who you are.
Oh, it's fine. We'll get to know each other fine.
That does not instill any confidence in me.
Barbara, how did you get here? Or rather, out of your cell?
And you can see, Shun, the cell that's over here, the door is kind of busted down. The shaking broke open the cell, and I was able to get out. I don't know why they imprisoned me next to these monsters.
make an insight check on that.
Yeah, go for it.
They're not monsters. They just don't look like you.
Oh, Babs, we're friends. Come on, don't be like that.
Dirty
Okay,
20.
This one's a monster.
Dirty 20. And what are you trying to glean?
Well, I mean, she said that her cell was broken open by the shaking.
Right. That is, as far as you can tell, she's being earnest, but there is something that she is not sharing.
I apologize. In another life, I would help you, but I have something greater than all of you. And I'm going to continue just kind of working on the door while they're doing their thing.
Yeah, Ustara steps away from Barbara and just kind of steps towards Talif.
What do you think of all this? This is. Yeah.
Talif is kind of keeping an eye out a little bit, just kind of like looking at all of the things in the cells. Looks at you, kind of like looks at Barbara, and like you try to step away from Barbara, but she just like stays like close to you, and just like, won't you help us out? Won't you help me out? Won't you get me away from these evil monsters?
When
Talif
Barbara
just kind of looks at you. What?
Sorry,
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Talif kind of looks at you and looks at Barbara, and it's just like, yeah, something doesn't smell right.
When Barbara was
Barbara just,
holding my
like-
hands,
She was holding your hands, and then when you mentioned the warden, like, what is he? She kind of like let go and just very dramatically, like, oh, like she let go of that.
did her hands feel like kind of what I would have expected from this, I'm assuming, frail woman?
Yes, but make an insight check.
Not one. Focused on the door and getting the scales.
You know, getting being very stressed out and kind of desperate gives you adrenaline, so she has a pretty tight grip of desperation.
I understand this, and I'm just gonna continue trying to fit the key in whichever one, however long it takes.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, Sean,
Yes, Vixen.
are they prisoners? Are they criminals or slaves?
I cannot tell. I assume a little bit of both, maybe. It is hard to tell after a while once you're in a cage. You seem to forget your humanity a bit.
Okay. As you are working on the keys to get through this door, Barbara kind of looks at you and be like, did you find the feather, the claw, the badge? These are the key to our escape. This will allow us to get out. You manage to open the door, and what you see before you,
Oh, shit.
you see this giant dire wolf is the first thing that you see. So at the far end of the room are these scales, the very large set of scales, and there's nothing on either scale. They're perfectly balanced, but they are empty. Closest to that is a dire wolf. The dire wolf is just, it looks like it's dead, just out of it, very freshly dead. Right immediately by the door, there's an archer that's like a elven archer in a similar sort of garb that the bridge body was in, but a lot simpler. And then next to that is a dead lizard folk that looks like they're also wearing similar sort of garb, but also simpler to the guy that was on the bridge.
What happened?
And then as you open the door, before you, the earth starts to tremble a little bit, and you see the lights flicker in and out. The scales start to shake and tremble, and at the end of the room, a bright flash happens, and you see clad in like this gleaming silver, like platinum armor with a like almost like a Spartan looking helmet where you can't really see inside, and a flowing black cape with gold chain across it. This huge figure, about 15 feet tall, with a giant greatsword just in their hand, and in their other hand, it looks, the best I could describe it is a giant like hammer almost looking thing. It's not exactly a hammer, but it looks like it would be a hammer, is the best description.
What in the world, weak sand, am I looking at?
The figure looks side to side, spots you. And you just see this giant figure teleport, slam the sword through Barbara, and just pick her up, slam her on the ground, bring it over again, and just rip her head off. And she goes, "We should have run. Fuck, god damn it." And like her figure just kind of like deforms, and she turns into this like demonic red devil looking thing. Just takes the form of this red demonic devil. Fuck you. Yes. Your prison sentence is ended soon. Grabs the demon's head. This searing white light burns all of the skin off. You see the flesh burn off. You see the bones burn down. You see the viscera and gut almost like lasered clean, as if nothing ever existed. And it just... Now, he looks at all of you. What the fuck has happened in my prison? And that's where we're going to take a break.
Oh no.
Y'all have met the Warden.
That escalated so quickly.
We'll be right back. And welcome back from our break. So, y'all have explored the prison. Barbara, a fiend in disguise, tried to get you guys to help her out. But the Warden made his way here. You've met the Warden, and we'll go ahead and pick up right here. So, before you, this 15 tall, giant, armored, caped beast of a man, or god, or creature, or something. You're not really sure what this thing is. Sheaths his sword, this great sword that's like 8 feet long, down his back, holds this mallet hammer-looking thing, puts it into his satchel on his side, looks at all of you. Who are you all? Sir!
I am called Shun. I am an interpreter.
He approaches you. Interesting. And who do you bring with you, interpreter? And he looks to the rest of the group.
Do you
You
want
there.
to interpret? Oh, no, never mind.
Speak up.
Hello, your lordship. My name is Ostara.
He comes close to you. Puts his hand kind of over you a little bit. Looks at Weeksend. And you?
They call me Weak Sen, like week, like the end of weeks, that happens again and again, but not forever. My mom was named Twilight. My dad was named Lollipop.
Enough. Puts his hand over you for a moment. Of fucking course. Looks around, looks at Talif. Comes up to Talif. Okay, so Temple has been revealed. And you interlopers have opened some shit in my prison.
To be fair, it was open when we got down here. If anything, we helped.
Make a con save.
Okay. Seven.
Seven.
Oh, Matt.
These
Nailed it.
chains come up from under the ground, shackle you, tighten you, and he, like, you kind of, like, look down. The second you look up, like, you guys don't even see him move. He's, like, in your face. So you're funny.
I would not like to be chained at the moment, please.
No, I see you wouldn't like to be chained.
Really, please?
I see that you are not. And it tightens around you closer. You're familiar with this sensation.
It's all too familiar. I really do not like.
Grabs your hand, grabs your face in his hand, and just like his two fingers just kind of there. I like you. He lets go, and the chains immediately release. And for a moment, so everything kind of Shun to you. Everything goes dark. Ustara, Weekson, and Talith, you all just see the Warden kind of stand and kind of turn back to you guys. But Shun, to you, all you see is a room where you and him are there completely alone. There is nothing around you. And he comes down to your size. You can see him eye to eye. Shun, was it?
I'm called Shun, sir.
He's like inches away from your face, just like really intently, like looking into one eye, looking into the other, looking into one eye, looking into the other. Grabs you by the two horns that are at the bottom, just like pulls you in deeper and closer. I've not seen suffering one's eyes for millennia. The pain, and he like grips your horns tighter. You can feel the pressure on your skull and in your horns. You have been done a great injustice, haven't you?
I have.
He lets go. Tell me, what do you love?
Why?
I think you're exactly what I might be in need of. I can give you all that you want. You have true loss in you. True pain. Would you like to rid yourself of this pain?
I would be a liar if I said no.
Would you like to regain what you have lost?
Lost much. And I have found I have more to lose, so I would like to keep what I can. But
I can offer you... Go ahead.
But I am not strong enough. What do you offer?
I will give you strength. I will give you power. More importantly, he takes a step back, kind of looks you up and down. I will give you justice. Tell me! Starts to walk around you, assesses you up and down, puts his hand on your shoulder. Where does this pain reside? And you feel a burning in your chest. Yes. Oh, you are so pure, so tainted. So he grabs you again by the horns, like almost lifting you on your tippy toes. Broken! And lets you down once more. Your pain cannot be taught. Your resolve can be bolstered. And he puts his hand on your chest, and you feel this swelling of strength and energy, and just like you feel like the strongest being in existence. You feel powerful. You feel strong. You feel like let anyone come to you. Let all of the Alam family come to you. And you can flick them off. And he takes his hand off, and you feel the weakness that you felt just drags you further down. Just gravity intensifies 5 times, almost falling to your knees, barely keeping steady. Breathing is a little haggard. You say you found have new stuff that you wish not to lose. What might that be?
Chance at family. At redemption. At home.
Atonement, redemption, justice, and a family. Yes, and he grabs you, cups your face again, looks you deep in the eyes, and for a moment, like you see, nothing to you. There's nothing but shadow beyond the helmet that covers him. Even as close as you get, there's nothing there. But for a brief moment, you see these red flames, for like. Bright red, not orange, not yellow, but bright red. Red is the color of your skin. Yes. Redemption and justice. And for a second, those flames turn a familiar purple and back to red, and then immediately disband for a second. I'll tell you what, Shun. He takes a step back again, starts to walk around you. I'm going to give you an opportunity, give you a trial. You may have my power, and he just slaps your back, and boom, you feel once again all of that energy course through your veins, your muscles and forearms bulge in size. Your back just straightens up. Any aches and problems that you feel in your neck from working hard, the slashes in your back from being whipped, the coarse feet smooth over. Do this for me. I unfortunately had a bit of a prison break, it would seem. the one who favors Week's End, intervened a bit more than he intended. I will deal with him on my terms, but right now I must find Murampatu, one of my most prized prisoners. You need not worry of him. And then everything goes back to exactly where you were. Back into the prison where everybody, and to you guys, to Talif, to Ustara, and to Week's End, it had just been a moment when he turned away from Shun, just 2 seconds as he comes back into the room. And he continues his sentence as if nothing. Well, I will do this. You fell into my prison, you are rightfully mine, but you are unjustly here. You committed no crime by which I have passed sentence. I will give you the freedom to go. I will assist you in your escape, returning to your life, give you my free will to go, but I do need something from you all. In this prison break, it seems, and he looks at the spot of where Barbara once lay. One of my prized prisoner has left that I must deal with. Now, you must not worry about that one, but I do sense interloping of another kind. I have another prisoner of high priority, Zgomot. He's in a special holding cell of my own device, outside of the prison, but in a much more secure location. I know it makes no sense to you mortals, but that is quite all right. Prevent his escape, and you're free to go. Otherwise, and he takes the mallet out, slams it on the ground, and you are all immediately covered in chains, held down to the ground. Intruding on my temple is not something I very much enjoy. I do enjoy excellent prisoners. Especially ones with, goes over to Week's End and Talif. Perks. Especially ones, goes to Shun and Ustara. With deep pain. With desires. He slams the hammer once more, releasing all of the chains. My justice is final. It is. But you can escape it. It's quite fine. Just do this for me. Prevent the escape of Zgomot while I deal with a far greater threat to your world. Primarily, you're welcome. And we can see where we go from here, yes?
Okay.
The interpreter interprets correctly. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Very well. Very well. I must get to work, and so must you. I see you have the keys of my lieutenant. Presumably, he is dead. So you have your freedom of the oh, why need keys? And he just, smashes the mallet again on the ground. The prison is yours to do with what you will. Do not release my prisoners. It's the only thing that I ask of you. Leave all prisoners where they are. You are free to do what you will. I have goodies about. Well, my followers have goodies about. When you are ready, come back. And he points to the scales. Bring the feather, the claw, and the badge. That will take you, once you have armed yourself, to where I need you to be. But make haste. The longer you delay, the harder this will be. Now! Wonderful meeting you all. Shun! We will speak again. And almost when he said, just as again is said, he just vanishes in thin air. Talif just is staring at you, Shun.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let us go. And without looking, I'm just gonna start walking.
Cool. Talif kind of like looks at Weeks and Ustara, smiles a little bit. Let's get to business.
All right. Badge, feather, and a claw. Hope it's literal.
As Sean's leaving my range, I'll put a hand on his shoulder. You okay, buddy?
No, extent. I am not.
Can I help?
I think I have had enough help for today. I am not sure what I have just gotten myself into, but I suppose I will find out.
We're here for you, buddy.
And just keep walking.
Cool. So, you don't need to move the figures necessarily. You have free reign of the prison. What rooms would you like to check out? There's a few that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Were you able to get into the room we couldn't earlier?
You guys never tried to get into this room.
It was locked.
This one was locked?
Yeah. That's what I was. That's what I remember.
Remember that. Because I remember this is where we picked up that key, right? The one with the scales on it. It had the floating runes and things. I mean,
this is where the floating runes were. This room was locked.
I don't even think I noticed the door.
Yeah, there's a door here. I don't think you guys tried either of these doors. Both of them are unlocked.
Oh.
Then let's go.
Cool. So I'll just reveal both of them now. The room to the north of you, this is the guards' sleeping quarters. I was going to have you guys roll investigation checks, but because you guys interacted with the warden now and he's just giving you free reign of the prison, any and all hidden items of importance have kind of been revealed. You do find in the guards' sleeping quarters on a mantelpiece, it almost looks innocuous. It almost looks like nobody would give a second thought to it, but there is a feather that does glow a light blue. In addition to that, you find 3 regular healing potions. And you also find a studded leather armor that has kind of like celestial patterns on them and designs on them. That is everything that you find in this room.
1 health potion each, except for the leaf, because she is currently standing outside of this room, clearly.
I will accept this.
Okay. And then the other room that you find is... you enter this room. This is the guard's office. This room here. In this room, you see books of infernal, celestial, and arcane content that line the bookshelves. There is one particular leather-bound book that does not open. It does have a lock on it, and you don't have... It just doesn't open for you. There's another set of keys here, but it's a little redundant at this point. And in this room is also a large talon, like a big claw, and it radiates with this like purple black sort of energy off of it. This is the demon's claw. Effectively, you have found all 3 items that you need to put on the scale to teleport away. So you can feel free to go to the scales, or you have a few other rooms to check out.
Is the studded leather, is that light armor?
Yes.
Can I take that?
Yeah.
And put it on?
Yep.
Okay, so what does that do for me?
It also it gives you resistance to radiant damage.
Okay.
But you need to be attuned to it.
Okay, so it's just... Is studded any better than leather?
Yes. Studded is 1 AC better than leather.
Okay, then I'll do that and just wear it for the time being.
Yep.
Okay. And
Yeah, so go ahead and give yourself studded leather armor. It's just regular leather armor. It's magical for this purposes, and it gives you radiant damage resistance.
excellent. But I don't get the radiance resistance because I'm not attuned to it, right?
Unless you attune to it. It takes 10 minutes to attune to it. You need to just sit with it.
A day. Oh, yeah. Then while
Yeah,
I'm...
attunement.
Okay.
Pretty sure attunement takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, then I'll do that.
Double check.
I'll just write that down and adjust it later.
Attuning to an item, a short rest. Focus on only that item while being in physical contact with it. Yeah.
So an hour.
Yeah, like an hour. Yeah. Okay. Where else would you all like to go?
I mean, there's the whole left side of the building, all. If we just want to check it out really quick, see if there's anything to be seen.
Sure.
As well, if we have free reign of the place.
Yeah, you got free reign of the place. All right, I'll just reveal everything here for y'all.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go first?
Ouchie doors.
Ouchie doors, these?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. So that is the main entrance. You walk in, you see 3 felled guards that lay lay dead in front of you, some of them under some debris and rubble of the main prison entrance, which is now destroyed. There, on these guards, you also find another set of keys, which, again, you have the lieutenant's keys, the main, aside from the warden's second in command, who is the dead person on the bridge, you have his keys, which essentially makes all the keys kind of pointless. That is what you find in this room, and like I said, debris. This is where, Ustara, you saw the figure break out of.
Yeah, it was strange there were no guards. I think we figured out they are all dead. So,
Yep.
Unfortunate for them.
Fortunate for us.
Maybe not now, but
All right. And then there is one last room that I think that you all have not checked. This one.
Oh, yeah.
Taking
Yeah.
all the claw, the feather, and the everything else.
The badge. Yeah. Yeah, there's
who wants
just
to hold
one
those?
who has them all. Oh, I don't know who grabbed them. You guys let me know.
I'll hold on to him.
Okay.
I'm also going to go back for that whip.
Okay.
it was me whip.
Watch me
You
slay
walk
some.
into the room with the whip, and as you put your hand out to it, the handle just stoop goes into your hand. It just kind of almost as if you were telekinetically pulling it. It just goes into your hand and just responds. The whip falls flat on the ground and then rolls itself up as you just think about it, and just it goes in your hand. You just lightly hear in your ear, "Enjoy." Yeah, one last room for you guys to check out.
Let's go check out that room.
All right. So in this room, it is the kitchen. There is food in here and cooking utensils, but there is a scroll as well. A scroll of Heroes Feast.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
The DC for finding this was really hard, but you guys interacted with the Warden in a interesting manner, so it worked out. So, are you guys going to use it now?
I know what it does.
Heroes Feast. You bring forth a great feast, including magnificent food and drink. The feast takes 1 hour to consume and disappears at the end of that time. And the beneficial effects don't set in until this hour is over. Up to 12 creatures can partake of the feast. The creature that partakes of the feast gains several benefits. The creature is cured of all diseases and poisons, becomes immune to poison and being frightened, and makes all wisdom saving throws with advantage. Its hit point maximum also increases by 2d10, and it gains the same number of hit points additionally. And these benefits last for 24 hours.
Yeah, I say we take an hour to do that.
Or you can attune to your thing while somebody else casts on the front.
Yeah. I figured I was attuning while you guys are exploring, and I just kind of caught back up. I wanted to be alone while I go get that whip.
Oh man.
All right. Who's casting Heroes Feast?
Somebody who has a casting class.
Here's the thing. Do I need to make an intelligence check to do it?
No. So I said scroll. What it actually is a gem encrusted chalice on a gem encrusted plate, and you can recognize that these are the material components necessary for the spell, and they have the power of the spell within them as well. So no, you don't need to make an intelligence check. You just cast it.
Okay, I can cook.
All
Let
right.
him cook, guys. Let him cook.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll your 2d10.
The nice master.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is this for everyone?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! Sorry guys. 7.
Hey, that's not
7.
bad.
So for simplicity's sake, we'll just make it 7 temporary hit points. But these are hit points that you guys can add on to. What's up?
I was about to say, yeah, because I ate the food earlier, how long does that last? Of the temp HP from the food I'd eaten earlier.
It lasts until you take a long rest.
Okay. So that would stack with this?
Yeah. So you can give yourself 11 temp HP and just know that 4...
That 5 would disappear if I long rested.
Correct. There you go. Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of spread do we have week's end?
Lollipops and rainbows.
Cotton candy.
It's the real hero's feast.
Just like sugar floss.
So I take one of my skulls off my bandolier and I kind of like tap it a bit, and a spider comes out. And, okay, Tommy, time to do your thing. And he's gonna make us a hero's feast cotton candy. 1 for you. 2 for you.
I'm a little concerned about eating these.
1 for you. Talif, you want one? 1
Sure.
for you.
Week's end, this is amazing. It is so sweet and fluffy like a cloud.
Right? Like it just disappears in your mouth. It's like it was never there.
I did notice this.
It's like, you know,
Just like wool
just-
candy.
it's like it's here 1 second and then it's gone the next.
Very surprising.
As the meal comes up and everything, everybody make a perception check real quick.
Woo! 6.
14.
13.
13 and 14. And Talif rolled a 17. As the spell is finished being consumed and these things come up, you actually all notice Weaksen's eyes, once again, that bright blue, cloudless sky blue eyes turn into this dark purple twilight just for a moment and then back into blue as the spell gets finished getting consumed.
Weekson, can I ask you a question?
You can ask 3.
When you were talking to the Warden, you mentioned your mother and your father.
Yeah.
Their names were Twilight and Lollipops.
Yeah.
What do Twilight, Lollipops, and Weaksense have in common?
Oh, it's not time yet. But, bonus answer, they're all related by blood and curses. Blood and blessings, that's what my family used to say.
Did you say curses?
I did, but, you know, it's all in how you look at it.
Shun kind of feels the chain in his hand. Maybe you're right.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yes. I think you're right.
Talif gets up. Well, I feel great. Let's go. Make sure we're not stuck in here forever.
Does anyone know where this door is that we're supposed to go to?
The scales.
Go back to the room where all the dead things are. You
Sorry, I was a little preoccupied. Let's go.
You guys make it back to the shrine of the Warden. You place the feather on one end of the balance. You place the claw on the other. Balances out. And then you put the badge into a slot at the base. And yeah. A claw and a feather weigh the same. The earth once again starts to rumble, and light suddenly starts to break through the windows of the room that you guys are standing in, and glyphs appear below you. These arcane, bright blue and purple glyphs light up below you. As you look out kind of like the windows of this shrine, before you, you see an expansive ocean, and off in the distance, looking towards the east, you can see the shore that you all were standing on but a few hours ago. And you can kind of make out with this distance a little bit the tents of the archaeological dig site that you guys were in. And just as you make that out, boom, you are teleported to a beach.
Beach?
A beach? As you are teleported there, you see this winged and horned devil demon looking thing with chains wrapping it on this platform of geometrical shapes. It is fighting tooth and nail back and forth, trying to free itself from its entrapment. And across the way, on the other side of the bank of where you guys are standing, you see an angel with a sword that turns to a cloaked, hooded figure with wearing purple robes and goes, "We have company!" The hooded figure looks to you. "Don't let them intervene! Go! Stop them!" And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Game time.
Serendipitous.
All right, 25 to 20. Or Shun, what'd you roll?
13.
Talif? I didn't roll for Talif. Talif rolled a 10. Ustara?
14.
And Weeksend.
5.
Perfect. So, there. Ustara, what is your modifier? Your,
3.
Okay, perfect. That's good. Okay, that's week's end. Cool. Okay. So, let's hop to it. The hooded figure in purple robes just says, "Keep them from interfering. Go, stop them." Turns here, and they're gonna take their full action dash to get across both bridges. As he is approaching the far island from where he was standing, you see the demon look at you guys. He makes eye contact with you, Shun, then looks back at the guy in the purple robes and goes, "Hurry! Hurry!" That's his turn. Ustara, you are up.
Okay.
Now, I will let you know real quick. There is a rowboat here next to you. I'm going to give you the mechanics of the rowboat. The rowboat goes, it takes your movement, it'll go 20 feet, and you can use your action to dash, and it'll go an additional 20 feet. The rowboat can only fit 2 people at a time.
But if we have 3 people on the other side,
you have a
fox,
goat,
a chicken, and a rat.
you have a fox, you have a goat, a fox, and some hay.
I was going to take the dash action, and I was going to... I can get up to this point at the... this point right here.
You can go...
how deep is the water?
45 feet?
50. I can go 50.
feet? Yeah, you can
But
go
if
there.
I'm taking the dash, then yeah.
Going into the water will cost half your movement.
I'm not going to go in the water. I'm going to jump over it.
Oh, yeah. So you're planning on running.
Taking the dash action using basically my full movement, which dashing gives me what? Is it 4 times?
Dashing will double your movement effective. So you have 50 movement speed, right?
I movement speed 50, so that would give me 100 feet.
It'll give you 100 feet. Jesus Christ, I forgot that you had that much movement speed. That's fucking insane. So
I can easily jump the 5 foot of water space there, and yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you could make it to the guy
nice.
if you wanted to. All in one move.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Let me see.
I'm actually going to go to this point, trying to just beat out the wizard-looking dude.
What's your strength score, real quick?
My score or my mod?
Your score.
14.
Yeah, you can definitely clear that. Super easy. Super easy. Yeah, where would you like to go?
You just see a star just go, one moment? And she just like runs off, leaping over this short body of water, clearly landing on the other side, tumbling through, and then running up and taking a fighting stance to block any movement towards this demon.
Okay. All right. You absolutely do that. Shit. Fuck. Yeah. Great. Anything else you would like to do? How the fuck do you have 50 feet of movement?
Oh, because the feat I took gave me it.
Oh, you took mobile?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, a monk with mobile. Yeah. I anything else you would like to do? You have bonus actions.
What my plans?
Thwarting your plans? Are you? Yes.
The only... I don't have any bonus actions that would be applicable, but I do have the reaction of deflect missiles for...
Okay. All right, that's fine.
Yeah, spells and whatnot.
That's fair. All right. So I guess you're done.
Indeed.
You just kind of like you're back. A Ustara-shaped cloud remains in your spot as it slowly dissipates. Leap across the water, get in front of the cultist, and you're facing the robed figure.
Yeah.
Okay, you're facing the robed figure. He is running towards the demon thing. Looks at you, Galanel, and you see the angel kind of on it, and Galanel is going to. Let me see. Can she? Just real quick. Yeah, that works. Galanel flies to this point here. And I am gonna, and this angel kind of begins to sing. I need everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
With advantage.
With advantage. Oh yeah. Talif absolutely succeeds. Hardcore.
Oh, yeah. That's a 20 dirty.
I feel like
20.
I really shot myself in the foot with this one.
No, you didn't. You got a 10.
18.
18. So everybody except Weaksend succeeds. Weaksend, you are charmed by the singing.
Okay.
While charmed, you are incapacitated.
Uh-oh.
And the target. Yeah, so on your turn, you need to move towards the harpy in the most direct route possible to try to get within of the angel, to try to get within 5 feet of the angel.
So wait, I'm moving towards the person that cast the thing.
Yes, you're moving towards the angel. You want to get within 5 feet of the angel. Right now, the only thing you give a shit about is getting within 5 feet of the angel.
Okay.
But you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay.
Cool. That is the angel's turn. Ra-ta-ta-ta. And that's all she can do at the moment. Shun, you're up.
Explain to me the boat mechanics.
2 people fit in the boat. The boat will move 20 feet per movement. You can take your action to move an additional 20 feet.
20 feet from the center of the boat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna forego the boat, and I'm gonna move 30 feet here.
Okay.
Feeling that effect from the angel, almost like in this newfound kind of bolstered feeling and not rage, but more control. He's gonna kind of like focus in on the angel and cast Mind Sliver. So I need a
intelligence
DC
save, I believe.
13 intelligence.
13 intelligence. That is a 16 minus 2.
Okay, so that's still pass.
14, sorry.
So that'll be you drive a disorienting spike. Or take 1d6.
I believe it's a cantrip, so it takes no damage.
Yep. Okay. So that is my it was not as effective as I thought it'd be. And that will be my turn.
Okay. The cultist looks back and just kind of like, get to moving, Sea Dog. And you see this like, almost like a, if you took a blowfish and you turned them into a person, they've got like this spiky sort of spines that their head is covered in, and they have these like fins for ears, this sad like large like blobfish mouth, and like this weird like tentacle arm and another like weird like claw arm, and it just kind of like looks at you guys, and he's gonna jump in the water. That's 5 feet for that. And then he's got gonna go here. Yeah. Gonna move in here, but he's still in the water. So that's what the sea spawn does. I believe that's everything that it can do. Talif's turn. Do you guys want to manage her, or should I?
I personally don't. So you two can decide.
I don't want to manage her.
I still have other things I gotta do, so go ahead. That's all
Okay.
you mean.
Then she's gonna grab, like, not grab you weak send, but she's gonna like shove you and be like, get in. And she's gonna hop into the boat. Oh, wait, what?
Send to back.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to, that's what I thought I did. So she's gonna hop in the boat. And she's just holding her action for when you get in to row. That's what she's gonna do. That is her turn. Next, you see this Knoll kind of like look at everything that's going on, and he's just gonna start moving towards. Yeah, that's 30 feet, right? Yeah, we're good.
Shit.
This Knoll just moves 30 feet towards the demon and towards you, Ustara. That's its turn. Week's End, you're up.
Okay. So, if I'm compelled to go to this person straight in a line, I would just go right on a diagonal.
Correct. You are going into the water.
So I understand that Talif is holding this boat for me.
Yes.
But
Well,
I would,
you're like, that's very nice of you, but there's other things that I want to do instead.
all right. So I was here, so 5. I can't. I guess around
No, you can. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
10. Am I in the water yet? Yeah, I'm right on the edge, sort of.
I'll say that you're not in the water just yet.
Okay, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I have to just dash, right?
Yes, you are compelled to get as close to this person as possible. As close to that, yeah.
35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's my turn. I'm coming, stranger.
She just like looks at you like, what the fuck? Okay, and then
Can I get a save?
You get a save at the end of your turn, yes, which you make with advantage.
Dirty 20.
You are no longer compelled by the angel's song.
Cool.
All
I
right.
didn't like that.
You see this crab-looking thing. I used a crab, but they look like a crab person. They kind of like hunch over, and all of these little arms that are on their chest kind of like skitter it into the water. It's going to be 5, 10. And then they're going to go... Yeah, they have enough movement to get there. They use their action to get up on land, and they're going to take a look at you, Ustara. But that's their action to dash. So that is it. And I am going to need... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm rolling a d8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So waves are crashing. Depending on the die where it goes, the waves are going to push in a certain direction. So here we go. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. South or northward, because if you look at the compass, south is north and north is south. So it's going northward to the bottom of the map. Week's End, I need you to make a DC 14 strength saving throw. And Shun, you need to make a DC 15 strength saving throw as well. Or get shoved 10 feet and take a D8 worth of bludgeoning damage.
19
and
on the die.
Talif also needs to do this. Talif rolled a nat fucking 20.
I got a 19 on the die.
19 on the die. Okay, so you're going to take half the damage, and so is Talif. What about you, Week's End?
I rolled exactly 14.
So you get shoved back 10 feet in the water.
Don't I beat the DC?
What did I say it was?
14.
Well, you said 14 for him. Or
You said
for
14
me
for-
and
yeah.
15 for him. Unless they were supposed to be the same.
Sorry. It should be 14 on land, 16 in the water.
Oh, okay, then I failed.
Okay.
I failed.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Like a lot of stuff. All right. So Shun's. So you failed. So you take the full 16 in the water. So you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and you get shoved back 10 feet. Shun and Talif succeeded. So you guys only take 2 points of damage.
I'm sorry, do I get moved as well?
You do get moved 10 feet in the opposite direction.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so that's that. We're back to the top. The cultist is gonna go. Let's do this. Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna stay within your melee so you don't get an attack of opportunity. And he's gonna start casting a spell.
Do I get an attack of opportunity when somebody starts casting a spell, though?
Not unless you took Mage Slayer.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
runs by, he like runs around you, kind of tries to interpose like the crab and tries to put the crab between you and him. Starts casting a spell, and you can see that the chains. You see that he's holding this this orb that like flashes white and black and starts to like gain brightness and darkness and brightness and darkness. And you see the chains that are holding the demon down are also flashing the same color. So that's what's happening right now. But that is his turn. Ustara, you are up.
Okay. Does it look like he's wearing armor?
Does not look like he is wearing armor.
Okay. Well, there's two options I have here.
He's wearing simple leather armor. Not great.
Okay, then I cast Burning Hands, pointed at him and the crab, in that angled direction.
Okay. That is what is the DC on that? That's a dex save, I believe.
Yeah. I have it here.
Okay.
11 for the dex save, looks like. Not very high, but hey.
11 for the dex save. The man in leather armor with purple robes, they rolled a 6, so they fail. The crab rolled a 12. So the crab will take half damage.
Crap battle.
What was that? Oh. Okay, so 3d6. So that's the damage that you do?
Yeah, it's 3d6s, so it's 6 damage. 6 burning.
6, and the crab is going to take 3.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How does Burning Hands look?
I mean, she basically just does the standard, like, very much following the movements that she has been taught to bring out this ability. She just follows it by rote, by word, by rote, spreading her fingers out. And she just goes, "Try this on for size."
I can't.
Yeah.
The freaking
Whoosh.
sound cancellation thing. I gotta find a way around it. The flames singe the clothes off. The crab kind of like buffs it off a little bit, but you can see the carapace kind of like a little bit set ablaze. The leathers stay mostly intact, but the purple robe kind of burns off, and you can see. Make a perception check real quick.
Sure. You see rippling back muscles, surprising for his size. Sorry. That's going to be an 18 for my perception.
18. You see rippling back muscles, surprising for his size. But in addition,
He's also got
You see
sweet abs.
you see this tattoo plainly largely on his chest in this form of like this gnarled, twisted, rotted, dead tree in the shape of a skull with a twisted trunk. So the upper side of the tree, the canopy sort of takes shape of these like eyes of the skull. The trunk is kind of twisted, and at the bottom is the form of this like the dead roots kind of look like almost like a scraggly beard of this skull shape. So you see this tattoo prominently presented on his chest. Anything else you would like to do?
That would be it.
Oh, you can make a religion check if you want on the
Sure.
symbol. Or anybody. Well, you guys are a little far, so you guys won't be able to see it. But
10.
10.
Study well at school, apparently.
You don't know
It's
much about it.
the heat of the moment.
I am very flustered by a man becoming unclothed slightly.
I'm having such a ripped back.
Yeah. Okay, so that is your turn. Gallinell is gonna go. In frustration, she looks back to the man in leathers and orange and purple tunic. I don't know why I keep trying to say orange. She is gonna go fuck and just fly here next to you, Ustara, and she is gonna go ahead. And you see these two these daggers come out of the palms of her hand, these two blades, and she's just going to take swipes with those blades that come out of the palms of her hand. So the first one is a 5 to hit.
Miss.
And the second one is a 22 to hit.
Definitely would hit.
Yeah. You are going to take...
For that temp HP, baby.
5 points of slashing damage.
Hey, that fruit from earlier.
That's exactly what it was, right? So these blades just come down and they just slash across your back as your fingers are splayed forward with the fire emanating from them. That is all she is gonna do. Shun, you're up.
So far away.
So flanked.
We wait for the day. Oh wait, you did 6 points of damage to the cultist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, they're dead.
Okay, he's good.
This guy is on fire.
He's good. He kind of, as he's casting a spell with the orb, he kind of like pats the fire off, and you see the light diminish a little bit, but it stays on.
Okay.
All right, Shun, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta do it. Oh, this is not good. Okay. If I can get closer, I can do more, but I can... Okay. I'm going to run up here with most of my
Real
movement.
quick. Your path would be closer to that. Well, you could do... Hold on, you're here?
Well, I was gonna say, so
Yeah,
here... So
yeah, no,
50.
you're good. 25, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
so yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
My bad, I had marked it out a bunch of times before.
You're fine.
And I'm going to kind of reach out, be like, if you are going to help me, then help me. And kind of will forward something to help Ustara, who's now being surrounded, and aim an Eldritch Blast at the angel.
Oh yeah.
All right, make an attack roll.
15.
15 will absolutely help. What does Eldritch Blast look like? Well, I'll tell you what real quick.
Okay.
You say, if you're going to help me, then help me. And you bring your hand up, and for the first time, you notice this manacle around your wrist. You didn't feel it placed there. The last manacles that you were wearing were taken off by Caid Elam. And you suddenly have a rusted sort of manacle on your wrists. And for the first time, you look down, you look at your wrists, you look at your ankles, and you just see the manacle there. It doesn't feel heavy necessarily, but there is weight to it. It distracts you for a second, but go ahead and describe Eldritch Blast now, with that in mind.
As he sees just this kind of unveiling of the manacle, the rust from the manacle starts to kind of coalesce around his hand and shape itself into this chain, essentially like a chain with the tapered ends being like a spear, and it shoots out almost like almost like Scorpion a little bit, but it shoots out as like kind of like this like ray with like, again, this cloud of rust around it, as it pierces into the side of the angel.
All right. How much damage does it do?
D10, that's a 1. 1 damage. I'm a little distracted by the fact that I know I'm manacled.
There's a learning curve.
Yeah, he's helped.
This rusted chain sort of blade comes out, flies across. It goes like as the angel's feathers or wings are moving, it just hits the shoulder as the wings go down. You had a perfect shot right in the middle of the wings, but she just moves just with the movement, moves just out of the way from center back to just over the shoulder, slicing her. She looks back at you and just kind of gives you these evil eyes. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. All right, so here now, the blowfish looking person is going to come up to you, Ustara.
Of course.
Oh god.
Who else?
Oh,
You're the one
no.
that's closest to this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Fine. It's not like they have advantage on attacking me because I am completely flanked,
Oh god, no.
which they absolutely do.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. It's going to go ahead and first it's just going to slice you with one of its claws, its quilled, covered claws.
Oh, we can try.
That's going to be a 22 to hit.
That hits.
That is going to be 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Go into that temp HP.
It's going to go for another one. Sorry, not that. This one. Okay, so that's that's 23 to hit.
Definitely hits.
All right, and you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Goodbye, temp HP. Hello,
You are
my
grappled.
18 health. Okay.
Shit.
So as it hits you once with one hand, you just take the damage. The second one, grabs you, and from underneath its sleeve, this tentacle comes out and wraps itself around your arm and chest, and it just kind of pulls you into its face. It just goes, "You ain't going anywhere." So you are grappled. That is its turn. Now it's going to be Talif. She just looks. She looks at Weeksend, just like, "What the fuck?" And just starts to make her way.
Can't you fly?
10, once per day.
Oh.
15, 20 to come to you. She'll also take her action to dash once more. 5, 10, and she just says, "Get in." So that's her turn. Now, the Hound Knoll guy is gonna go. Yeah, why not? We'll put him over here. And they're going to take a bow out. And Shun, they're going to... I'll tell you what, we'll do it this way. I'm going to roll a d4. It's going to be Shun, Ustara, or Talif. Or sorry, Shun, Weeksend, or Talif. Where Shun is 1, Weeksend is 2, Talif is 3, reroll on 4. And I rolled a 2. So Weeksend going for you.
Bring it.
That is a 11 to hit.
I got rowboat cover. Misses.
Misses. That's. I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's all it does. It just takes a bow. It like pings off of Talif's great axe on her back and just flops into the water. Okay, Week's End, you're up.
Okay. You see Week's End, like, trying to swim, but also, like, fiddling with something, fiddling at his bandolier. And eventually, you see him, like, falling going underwater, kind of, like, half drowning. And then you see him go underneath, and you see a hand pop up, break a skull from underneath the water. And then there's a flare, there's a sun flare above. There's a piercing sort of raptor-like cry. And from out of that sun flare, you see Marielle swoop out and into the battle.
Oh,
Awesome.
okay.
Does Marielle go immediately or when?
So funnily enough, I rolled for her. And she rolled a 5 on her initiative, same
Sweet.
time as you. So I'm gonna place her right there next to you. So she goes immediately after you.
Okay.
So her turn starts now. She is with you until the beginning of your turn. Once.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. Cool. So
Is it an action to climb into the boat?
I'll say it's your movement.
All right, then. So my action was summoning Marielle. My movement is getting in the boat.
Yep.
And then now it's Marielle's turn?
Now it's Marielle's turn.
All right, Marielle is going to swoop in to basically melee, so right next to Ustara, giving them some. I can't move the icon, so you'll just have to move it.
My bad. No, I'll. Okay, you should have access now.
Okay.
Everybody should have access to Marielle.
As it swoops in, it beats his wings, and there's another flare of light. I need the mage and the angel to give me a charisma saving throw, DC 16.
Okay, the mage and the angel. Charisma save?
Charisma save.
Okay, so the angel definitely fails. Yeah, the mage is also gonna succeed.
The mage succeeds.
Mage succeeds, but
Okay.
the angel fails.
The angel is banished.
Oh shit.
Awesome.
So back to its plane. And then it's going to swoop in and provide some. It's going to provide some flanking over here. It's got like 60 feet of movement.
Okay, yeah, that should
I'm
be
pretty sure.
well 60 feet of movement.
Okay. Yeah.
It could get here, but it can only get like to here over here. So
It can get to there?
it can get to there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly where I wanted it.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly 60 feet.
So, okay.
Cool. That's Marielle's turn.
Yep.
Perfect. The crab is gonna go. You see the crab's carapace color like change shape. Yeah, it doesn't say specifically. We'll leave it at that. It changes shape to match its surroundings, so it's a little bit camouflaged, but you can still see it clearly. It doesn't mechanically, nothing happens, but it's gonna take 2 attacks on you, Ustara.
Okay.
Fuck, that's a nat 1 and a 2.
It frees me. I'm free. I'm free.
Yeah, I guess. Now, once again, it's the waves. So here goes a D8. D8 is straight north. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to average out Week's End and Talif's strength saving throws. Oh, I rolled an 18.
And I rolled a total of 12.
So
30.
no, we're averaging them out. So,
Yeah, so
18 plus
15.
12 divided by 2 is 15.
Yeah.
The DC is 16 when in the water. So this moves up 5, 10 feet. And both characters will take full bludgeoning damage, which is 4 points of ocean bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Talif is looking still very, very good. Still has all those extra hit
She
points.
better.
Yeah, no, she's fine. That is her turn. The mage is going to continue casting his spell, and that's his entire turn. That's that.
Okay.
We go to
Legendary action.
legendary action. Go for it.
Claw attack at the... I'm assuming the mage is not within reach.
Not within reach.
So then the crab thingy.
Go for it.
That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
25. Jesus.
That's
Marielle's a badass.
13 points of slashing damage, and I want Marielle to actually swipe with her wingtips, and for a second they sort of go like solar metal, just for flavor.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. No, for sure. All right, her wings slice into the carapace, and you just see like crab meat, like almost like as if it's cooked, like cooked crab meat come out.
I can work with this.
And land on the sides, breaking through the carapace. Ustara, you're up.
Okay, can I reverse the grapple and become the grappler? Can I take over the grapple or attempt to do so?
When the grapple condition happens, both creatures are considered grappled. So they're grappling you, and you are also grappling them. Mechanically, that's how that works.
Okay, so not one creature is controlling the other. So technically, I can make a flurry of blows if I wanted to.
Yes, you
So I
can.
could
You
punch
can
him
still
and then
attack.
flurry of blows. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do
just
so.
can't
He's
move.
about to regret his life choices.
Let me just double check something. A grappled creature's speed becomes 0, and it can't benefit from bonuses to speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. The condition also ends if the effect removes the grappled creature from reach. Blah blah. Yeah, you can do anything. You're just considered grapple. You can't move.
just can't
but
move.
neither can the creature.
Okay. Yeah, because in Pathfinder you have to switch places and become the grappler. It's the worst.
That's fair. Go for it. Flurry of blows on the sea spawn.
Okay. So first attack is going to be a 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Do you want me to roll damage?
Yes.
Or okay.
Or however you want to do it. It's dealer's choice.
I'll roll damage and then continue.
And then, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Damn it.
I'm not dumb. You add your modifier to your damage, right? Like if it's melee,
Your-
you add your strength.
Yeah,
I wasn't doing that, by the way. My other
In your case, dexterity.
Okay. So that's gonna be a 6 on the first one.
6 points of damage on the first one. All right.
I think I'm going to be regretting my decisions. So that's a critical failure on the second attack.
Okay, and that one.
Natty 1, baby. Oh, gotta love it. Yeah. You can make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. Oh my god, this is confusing. Okay, I'm sorry. So I made a regular, and then the rest of it would have been in bonus action for Flurry of Blows, right? So that would have been 3 attacks?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
so second attack. Some bullshit happens.
Yeah.
And 18 again to hit on the last.
Roll for damage on the 18.
Okay. 6 again.
Cool. All right. So
basically,
you-
it was beautiful until I punched myself in the face as we were literally just like smacking each other.
you
It's
go
a fight.
You punch him right in the nose, and like that, like makes his eyes tear, and you see the quills flare for a second, and a little bit of like purple toxin kind of like bleeds out of its nose and eyes. You go immediately for the other hit, but like hurt your hand against one of the quills. Not enough to do any damage, but like you don't land, and it just kind of like scrapes your knuckles, and it kind of hurts. And then you go for the same spot, so it's just kind of like you hit him in the nose. It goes, oh fuck, oh man, and then like. Just don't in the fucking hell again.
The same
I
spot.
said, let go.
Stop punching me in the dick. Why does he keep punching me
Dick.
in the dick?
So good.
Okay, so that's Ustara. Galanel.
Marielle,
Oh, Marielle's taking another
legendary action. I gotta use them up.
action. Go for it. Yeah, you have her for one turn.
Do I get flanking with Ustara or no?
Yes, I'll say that you do on the crab. Yeah.
So it's advantage, correct? Or
+2.
+2. Got it.
+2.
That's a 27 to hit.
27 will hit. Yeah, sure.
I don't think so. 15 points of solar slashing damage.
Okay. Another slice.
Crab meat.
More crab meat comes up. It is looking bad, and not only does like the carapace kind of break, and you can start to see the guts fall out from the backside of the crab, but like 4 of its legs are gone. Like the 3 hind legs on one side and 1 hind leg on the other side are just like they've fallen down. So, but it's still standing.
Not for long.
All right, so that is Ustara's turn. That's the legendary action. Galanel is still banished, right?
Yep.
So, and there's no save for banishment, right?
Nope. Not unless I lose concentration.
Okay. Shun, you're up.
I want to make it an acrobatics to hop over this this right here, this 10-foot gap.
You can do a standing jump or a running jump. Let me get the jump calculator back up.
I'll move back 5 feet to do that.
Okay. What is your strength score?
Strength?
Yep.
13.
13. And how tall is Shun?
6'2".
6'2". Oh, he's a tall boy. As long as you have a 10-foot running start, you can jump 13 feet horizontally, or 6 feet without a running start.
So 5 feet considered running?
5. It needs to be minimum of 10 feet.
Okay.
So if you move back 1 step, you can go 1. So that's 5. You can do 5, 10. No, I think you would need to move back another one.
Okay.
And then you can go. So that's 10 feet of movement, and then another 20, and then you can make it like to there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, will I have the rest of my 10 feet?
No, once you get it here, you're done. You can't move any further than from here.
Okay. Then I will.
So
do
the
that.
other option would be to jump 5 feet, then to do 5, 10 to get here, and then you have 20 feet left after you go here. If you do a jump, standing jump.
Oh. But then yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So do I need to roll acrobatics or just?
No, you just make the jump.
Okay. So you said to here.
It's basically 5, 10, and then you get out of the water.
So here.
Yep, and then you have 20 feet left.
Huh. Sick. Okay.
Or 15 feet, I believe. Let me see. Hold on. So you can jump from standing position 5 feet. It'll take you double movement to get here. So that's 5. That's 15. So you can move 15 feet. Sorry.
Okay. That's fine. Then I'm going to go here next to the little fella.
The knoll.
The knoll.
fell off.
And this is not my knoll, but this is a knoll. And now I feel a little bit bolstered with this new empowerment. And I'm seeing my friends, and I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to take out that rapier that I was given, and I'm gonna stab this thing.
Go for it.
Stab it. He's gonna stab it real good.
God. 10? Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit, my guy.
I'm feeling too many things all at once, and I'm overwhelmed. I miss.
You run, and you have the knoll dead centered in your eye. In your eyes, you're just looking at it. You pull the rapier out, and you go to like slash it across its face, but you're not used to this new strength in your muscles, and you just like overshoot it because of the effort is just like you went to go with so much effort, but you're not used to your new strength, so it just kind of like goes wide, and the knoll just kind of like goes back, like not sure, just because like this horned demon-looking thing is running at him, so it goes wide. And it kind of cowers a little bit, but it just is like staring at you, and it switches from its bow to its spear. Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
Okay. As Shun gets used to his new found strength and body, the
Legendary action.
Oh, go for it.
Yes. Yes.
It's the last one.
It's the last one, yeah.
Last one. So another solar swipey. Ooh. So that's +2 for flanking. Plus another. So that's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit. Are you going on the crab again?
It's the only one within reach.
Yep. How would you like to do this?
I would just like to. So it rears up on its back, and there's another like sort of corona of light that flares from behind it, and then its wings come down in an arc like this, and as soon as it slashes, there's an explosion of crab meat and an explosion of like feathers as Marielle just disappears in an explosion of crab meat.
And the crab meat is gone.
And as the feathers sort of waft down, each of them glints with the sun's light. Like a little like fairy fire.
In this glistening of feathers and light and reflection, Weeksend sees Marielle disappear. Marielle just makes eye contact with Weeksend, and Weeksend can hear in his head. Weeksend can hear Marielle's in his head, and she just says, "Good luck, Weeksend.
Can I respond?
We shall meet again." Yeah, you can respond.
Hey, you want to know the answer to the riddle?
I shall learn the answer when we meet once more.
Cool. I hope we meet again.
We shall. And she disappears.
Goodbye.
Now. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, okay, that's good. Because she's fine and she's still concentrating on the spell, so Gallinel is still banished to her plane of existence. This shouldn't affect that, so that's good. Now it's going to be the sea spawn. Sea spawn's going to go once more. It's going to make another attack on you, Ustara.
Of course.
I mean, you're the one that's nearest to the... Well, he's grappling you.
I have no expectations of that being any different.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Yes, it does. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as his fist comes back down on top of you.
We're
And
just going back and forth.
yeah, you are. Okay. Does a 12 hit?
No.
All right. So his fist goes down, connects with you once. You kind of like connects with you once. Your head just goes off to the side, and then it goes again, and you just parry it off with your other fist, just kind of stopping it with like one freed arm from the grapple. You're still grappled, but for this, you're like one free arm. You just kind of wing chun it and kind of move it out of the way. That's all he can do. Talif is gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. That is the movement of the boat. She's gonna take 5, 10 to the rest of her movement, because she can move as well. And I'll just say that the 20 belongs to the boat, but she has 30 feet, so those 10 can go there. And she is going to bonus action rage, and then she's just going to come down on this knoll. So she just rows the boat, just like 3 big rows. The boat just kind of like weaks, and you feel the boat go woof, woof, woof in the water. She like splinters the wood of the boat as she like jumps up, rages. You see the light in her eyes come back once more. The broken porcelain gold fillings kind of shine once more. She grabs her axe out and just comes down on the knoll. That's not great. A 7 to hit. So not gonna hit. So she comes down, and the knoll, as you like swipe Shun, and the knoll kind of cowers a little bit from your newfound strength. Right beside you, this axe comes down just as the knoll kind of moved out of the way, cowering, and she just like, and she's gonna just try to keep going. I believe that's all she can do. That's her last rage. Cool. That's her turn. She misses. The knoll is gonna go ahead. It's gonna attack you, Shun. Well, evens, it lands on Shun. Odds, it goes for Ustara. That's an even. So 14 to hit, Shun.
That will hit.
That'll hit.
No,
He's
that does
using-
not hit because I have the new armor.
All right. How do you parry it? Or block it, or whatever.
With the
Using two-hand spear.
two-hand spear. With the pommel of the rapier, just kind of like slip it inside of the hilt and just kind of swing it away. And so we're kind of like shoulder to shoulder.
Nice. Very cool. Does it have multi-attack? It does not have multi-attack. Cool. All right. That is the knoll. Weeksend, you are up.
Okay. I'm gonna lumber 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then as I do so, I'm gonna take another skull from my bandolier, and I'm gonna toss it at the mage, and I'll bop him in the head with it. I need a Constitution saving throw. As I cast Infestation, as a cloud of like fleas and mites just bursts from the skull and immediately swarm him.
That is a 4.
Okay. 2 points of damage, and then he moves in a random direction. 3. He moves east.
You said
Body.
2 points. 2 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, and he moves east.
Yes.
True east, or
I don't know. You tell me. Just
all right, 5.
East.
He. How much movement does he use?
5 feet. 5 feet in
5
a
feet.
random direction, which was east.
All right, so he moves back 5 feet away from the demon devil thing.
And as he's like swiping away at the clouds of mites and fleas and whatnot, my hand goes towards my bone. Oh, hello.
All right, he needs to make a con save to continue concentrating on the spell that he's casting. So how does concentration? I mean,
DC
he
10.
saved last time because he rolled super high. All right, DC 10, because
10 minimum,
10 minimum.
no matter the damage.
Okay, yeah, no, he's good. Yeah, all right. Anything else?
That was movement and action. I don't really got anything bonus action, so no, I think I'm done.
Okay. If the waves are coming northward, then you're like so far from the coast. Like the coast is here. The waves are not going to affect anybody here. So the waves happen, but no big deal.
Splash, bro.
He is now the cultist is going to take one step forward, which means at week's end you can take an attack of opportunity.
And I absolutely shall. Huh. Yeah, that's gonna hit. It's a 19 plus.
19 will hit. Roll damage.
It's a D8. Ooh, 10 points of numbskull damage.
10 points. So okay. So he takes 10 points.
So I bop him upside the head with the end of a
Pop
bone.
him on the head.
All right, and then goes the concentration DC 10 concentration check.
Yep.
Con save, right?
Yep.
Ooh, right on the die. So he's still concentrating. He takes his turn to finish casting his spell. That's 3 turns. The chains of the devil break off. He just shakes it off. Looks at the cultist, shoves his nails, his claws through the cultist, lifts him up, says, "Thank you very much." Lets him down and just flies off. The warden will pay! And it just takes off.
Did he murder the cultist?
Yeah, he did.
Thankless.
Well, let me see. Nah, he doesn't. Let me see. Just
Does he have an initiative?
he
I don't know if we're
is.
stopping that dang.
He's freed. He's gonna make his way east towards. He doesn't really have an initiative, but I can roll an initiative for him. I do have a stat block for him. Oh yeah, he's up there. He rolled a natural 17 on the die, so he actually goes before everybody else. This, if you guys have not yet figured out, is Zgomot.
I figured.
Yeah.
Dang,
So-
we were going for the wrong demon? Oh, man.
Shit, dude.
This entire time, we've been trying to stop the wrong
I thought
thing.
this was Ted the demon.
He takes off.
Quick, Ustara, use Sentinel.
Yeah.
Sort of engaged right now.
Yeah, he's
How
he's flying off, so we're good.
How far is he?
Um,
Specifically.
Specifically? 60 feet away.
How high?
Oh, but he can take his action to dash for 120 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20,
Didn't he
25,
attack?
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
Didn't he attack?
Did he attack?
He attacked the cultist.
It was meant more as like flavor, but yeah, let's do it. Let's say that he
I don't know, man. If the guy's dead,
he's not dead. He's wounded, but he's not dead.
Oh, okay.
It was
Dead
meant to be more like
flavor.
flavor because he
He survived that? Like,
rolled a 2.
It's
he
his
rolled
back.
a 2.
He went through his back.
I think
Super
he's
beefy.
dead.
He
Super
rolled a 2
beefy.
on the attack, so it's whatever.
But he's got a plus
It was meant
12.
to be more flavor, but that's fine. What?
Nothing.
So is he just 60 like east, or is he 60 up? Like what? How high?
He's, let's say, 10 feet in the air, 60 feet away.
Okay.
Plane. He's got to get started. He's got to go off that.
Yeah, he's like taking off. He's 10 feet
Runway.
up, but he's, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That is the cult turn. Ustara, you're up.
Let go, and I'll let you live, little fish thing. Don't, and I do not guarantee your life.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Please allow me to intimidate.
Go for it. Make an intimidation check.
Because this little fish dude is wasting my time. He's small fry in the big pond. Okay. 13. Why is intimidation based off charisma still? So that's gonna be a 12.
I'll say you can choose. Let me look at your character sheet real quick. You can choose athletics for your intimidation if you want to, because you've been pummeling him. So this is something that Mike let me do. Like if I did a physical act to intimidate somebody, I could use that. I could use athletics
so then
as
that would be
intimidation.
17.
Okay. He needs to roll
Significantly
an
better.
insight. Oh yeah, failure. You absolutely are intimidating him. We'll consider that he's intimidated by you. I don't really know what that mechanically does. Because I don't know. I don't know if you could frighten someone. You can't impose the frightening condition. It's not enough to do that.
I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, GM, how it works.
Yeah, I'll just say he has disadvantage on the first next attack. For now, we'll just homebrew it that way.
All right.
Okay. Fine. I will just pummel this man into the ground because I cannot get him to let go.
Well, you can.
I mean, I could technically break the grapple, but at the same time, that's not satisfying.
You could take the action. Yeah, you take the action. You can use your action to try to break the grapple. It would be your athletics or acrobatics versus his athletics.
How hurt does he look?
He looks kind of okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to take too long to do anything else. Fine. I will then attempt to break out of the grapple.
All right.
Okay.
That is 17.
And then I do my athletics.
Or
Against him?
acrobatics.
Okay. 22. So, I mean, yeah.
You break free of the grapple.
Lovely. I'm going to use a bonus action of Step of the Wind. I mean, technically I can I'll move first. I don't care if I provoke attack of opportunity, whatever. We were told not to let this dude break it. We've already failed, but listen. Points for trying to fix the problem. I don't even think I need to do. Okay. Yeah. That'll work. I can get over there. So yeah, I would like to take my movement of 50 feet and move across the bridge to where the demon is.
Go for it.
Lovely. Huzzah! I did it, ladies and gentlemen. I ran.
All right.
I can't do anything else.
This guy is going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
Lovely.
That's a
do
nat
it.
20.
Do it. It's fine, bish. I don't care.
45 points of
That's-
damage.
10 points of
Damn.
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh shit, I got 4 HP. That's not good. Never mind. Don't do it, bish.
I rolled a nat 20.
Fine.
All right. That's Ustara's turn. Galanella's out of it. Shun, you're up.
How large is this guy?
Which guy? The demon?
Zabiel?
Zgamet?
Skamet.
Large.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. You heard it. He said large. Okay.
Yeah. He can be grabbed.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Wait, what are you doing?
Okay, moving 30 feet. And I'm going. He's 10 feet up. I'm going to use Thorn Whip. And if
Ooh.
it hits, I'm pulling him down to the ground.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You have access to Thorn Whip as a warlock?
You gave it to me. I think.
Okay.
I mean, it gave it to me.
Oh, I did give you Thorn Whip. This is as a result of the original Warden patron thing that we created.
Mm-hmm. So
we're gonna have to edit that because you don't have Thorn Whip anymore. Because I get the thing that I gave you is the last one, is the last iteration that doesn't include Thorn Whip. But for today, we'll just let it happen.
Say this is a taste of what I was getting.
This is so cool. Yeah, this is a taste of what you get from the Warden as the Warden patron.
Can you tell me what the DC is on this? What do I need to get? No, here, don't tell me.
Your DC will be your regular spell save DC.
No, I'm saying.
Okay.
Well, because I have to hit him.
You have to hit him, yes.
Okay, so hold on. Let me roll. 17.
Just hits.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so just kind of running and instinctually grabbing at the chains. What has been this entire time something very bad for Shun. He just takes it and throws it around, wrapping around a leg, and pulls this demon down to the ground, not wanting him to escape. The D6 piercing damage. I'm going to use your dice that you gave me.
Go for it.
The poetry.
That is 5 damage.
5 points of damage. Okay, all right.
And he is 10 feet lower, so I assume on the ground.
Yes. He is on the ground for sure.
About to get TPK'd.
Okay, yeah.
TPK. Warden's gonna come back and be like, "Excuse me?
It's like, I didn't expect
I
you to do
used
it.
you too soon.
What did I even hire you people for?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Afraid to
You
him.
didn't hire us."
So that's my action, my movement. Oh wait. Do I get sneak attack? No, because it's a spell, right? Never mind. No, that was just flavor because it's the whip. Okay, then we're good. I'm done.
That's a hell of a turn.
That was pretty
Okay. All right. So you run away. Oh, the Knoll takes an attack of opportunity on you.
That's fine.
That's a 16 to hit. 16 plus. I rolled a 16 on the die.
Yeah.
I just want to get this so I can do the cool description thing. That's spear. That's 4 points of piercing damage.
Easy.
Okay. All right. Here's what happens. Zgamet breaks free from his chains, pierces the cultist, throws him down, and starts to fly off. Shun, you see this guy running with your bolster strength. You just as easily you're used to running. You're used to all this stuff, and the muscles that would usually ache, it feels like it was just a light trot to get here. And from the manacle, these chains, these rusted chains, go up, wrap up the foot, around the leg, almost as a belt. You see Zagamat look at you, direct eye contact, and you just turn your wrist, pull him down, and he tries to flap away, but just as he tries to go to flap his wings down to keep in the air, you just wrap both hands around, pull him down, and he just lands on the ground, and he stands before you, fucking 12 feet tall, just staring you dead on. And just looks at you and goes, "You fucked up." That's your turn. And you know what? That's what we're gonna call it tonight.
Oh God, no. No. Okay.
think that's what we're going to call it tonight. Thank you all very much for joining. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.